Hey, what's up Team Sideswipe? Ben here with another video, and today we are doing my top 5 movies of 2011. So, what we're waiting for, let's crack on with the list. So, number 5, Real Steel. Brilliant film, great CGI, definitely one that wasn't, they didn't go like Michael Bay budget on the CGI, I'm guessing, but like the robots look pretty real, and it was very good. Just the interaction between like Hugh Jackman and Atom, the sort of main character robot. They're really good sort of choreography going on between those two when they were like practicing moves and stuff. Definitely a film that surprised me and probably surprised a lot of people. Like I said, great effects, great story. The story was really cool. I really liked it, and definitely made it up there. So number 5, Real Steel. At number 4 is Battle Los Angeles. Once again, another film that surprised me. The effects were really good. What you saw of them. A lot of people moan at the fact that you didn't get to see the alien threat. I thought you got to see them quite. It was more than what I was expecting. And basically they were like just robots with sort of circular heads, and they had guns and stuff. And I thought it was a good film. It made number 4, so it must have been. Shaky cam, they used it a bit too much. I understand that they were trying to get people into that sort of atmosphere where you felt like you were there, but there's getting people into it, like Cloverfield, and there's just being plain distracting, like Battle Los Angeles. They killed off quite a few sort of characters that you didn't expect to be killed. I ain't going to spoil it if anyone hasn't seen it, but there's a few sort of unexpected deaths. One very heroic one, which I remember. That was very cool scene overall. But yeah, the effects were really good. Like just some of the tech that the alien threat used was pretty cool idea. And there was one thing. Some of the writing was a bit off. I mean, one thing that I went to see the film with my brother, and one thing that I always we laugh about it now. We were in hysterics in the cinema. Really dramatic scene. I don't know if people remember it, if you have seen it, where they actually shoot one of the aliens, and they drag it in, and you got all the soldiers and this random stranger woman that they've sort of saved, and she's hanging out with all the soldiers and that, and they bring in this alien, and it's not actually all robotics. There's like this organic sort of slime stuff. No one in the world would have any idea what any of that was. And they say, I think Aaron Eckhart, is it? He what is all of this? What do we do? And then you get this stranger woman. She comes in. Don't worry, I'm a vet. What the hell does that have to do with anything? If she was a no, it doesn't work. It was funny in the cinema because it was. She said it so seriously, like I'm a vet, and I'm gonna do something to this alien. I don't know. But she was like that. That was just so funny. I don't even know how you would understand an alien to a dog. I don't know. But yeah, it was just, like I said, it was just the seriousness surrounded it, and then boom, I'm a vet. Yeah, that's right. I'm a vet. So yeah, it was. There was some off bits, but overall it was a pretty good film, and I recommend you go and see it. Don't go and see it because it's not in the cinemas. Go and get the DVD. Number 3 is Captain America. Great to see this Marvel franchise being brought back to life, and they're not just. Some people do moan at like these sort of retro things being brought back to life in like a modern generation sort of film, but. In all honesty, they are doing a fantastic job with these Marvel films. Iron Man, fantastic. Thor, fantastic. Captain America, fantastic. Hulk, Incredible Hulk, okay. But overall, they're really doing a good job with these, and it just gets me so pumped up for the Avengers. I cannot wait for that film this year, and I think it's in April in the UK, late April. But overall, Captain America, fantastic film, great storyline, very sort of retro to like the comics or the old cartoons or whatever it was. I never read the comics and stuff, but I know like who the Red Skull and that whole storyline. So yeah, very sort of just a nice old story. We all sort of knew how it was going to end, but it was still fresh in our mind, and it was just a whole new experience. And the way, I mean, Chris Evans, fantastic choice for Captain America. Some people might, oh, how can you have Captain America as the Human Torch? Oh, it's a different film, you know, it's a whole different story. They've killed off the Fantastic Four, haven't they? So, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, fantastic choice, Chris Evans. Can't wait to see him interact with like Thor and Tony Stark and that in the Avengers. It's gonna be brilliant. They got the costume stuff spot on. Shield was friggin' awesome. 3D worked alright. It was good. It was good for the movie. I won't say it was like, oh, it was terrible 3D or there was too much of it. It worked really well. So yeah, overall, you definitely need to see it if you're going to watch the Avengers. You just need to know who these characters are if you're going to watch the Avengers. People know, but it's this new sort of fresh Marvel that we're getting. So go and check it out. Get it on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Just get the film. It's brilliant. And like I said, little teaser, I guess, to the Avengers film this year. So number 3, Captain America. Number 2, Thor. This was nearly at my number 1. Thor was a fantastic film. I can't describe how freaking awesome it was. And I'm going to be honest here, I'm just going to put it out there, be honest with you guys. When I heard about all these sort of Marvel reboots things, I thought, Iron Man, yeah, that's awesome. I'll watch Iron Man gladly. That's modern sort of stuff. And then I heard Thor, and I thought, well, if there's going to be an Avengers film, I will have to watch it. But you know, I'm not too hyped up about it. Guy with a hammer, old-fashioned style, not really my sort of thing. I take back every single word I said. The film was fantastic. Chris Hemsworth, brilliant actor for Thor. They got him spot on. And this sort of, it's hard saying old-fashioned. It's just the way Asgard and that planet is. But they really modernised it up. Thor had this awesome hammer. The moves he did at the start of the film, where they were being attacked by the ice giants, I think they're called. I mean, he's just like got this hammer and he's just spinning it around like that, and they're all running it, and then they're flying off, and it's fantastic. The effects are brilliant. Destroyer was epic. That scene was just brilliant. And the score is one of the things that doesn't get mentioned that lot. I love the music to go with the fights and stuff. Brilliant. Loki, Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is. They got him spot on. They couldn't have found a more perfect Loki. He is Loki. And it's nice to see him reprise his role in the Avengers this year. But like I said, one of my favourites of these new Marvel films. It was, like I said, thought it was going to be bad. One of my favourites now, and like I said, just missed out on my number 1 movie. And they got the length of the film right. It was an hour and a half, I think it was, or just over. Not too long, but not too short. They didn't do it too long that you got bored. I never got bored in that film, but they didn't do it too short. They got, oh, God, that's over quick. So yeah, they got everything spot on in that film, and I recommend you see it. Just not even for the Avengers, see it, because it's just an amazing film. So number 2, Thor, and finally number 1. Big moment here, probably because I'm a bit of a fan myself, and people might say it's a biased choice, but in my eyes, it was the best. I think you guys know what it is. because it hasn't been on the list yet, and if it hasn't been on number 5, you know, there's only one place and one film it can be. Yeah, number 1, Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Fantastic. Michael Bay's best yet. It's really hard to choose between the main two, Transformers and Dark of the Moon. Transformers 1 had the storyline, amazing storyline, and it was just brilliant to see these characters that we grew up with. Like, I mean, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I grew up, I think everyone, no matter when or where you were born, someone has grown, and if you are a fan, there's been a generation of Transformers, whether it's stuff like Armada or G1, or even like people grow up with these live action films. These live action films for me are my generation. My brothers had theirs, like the G1, but for me, this sort of live action and Prime, that series, this is my generation, and for me they got it spot on. People have their critics. People just don't like Michael Bay, and then they think, oh, well, because I don't like him, that film is terrible, even though personally I think it's good, but because I don't like Bay, I judge it to be crap. No, it's the effects. Is it ILM? Their best work, and I was watching a commentary on TF1 the other day. Michael Bay's obviously talking about all the stuff, and General Grievous was ILM's most complicated sort of CG character. If you compare General Grievous to Optimus Prime, I don't know how many Grievous has, but Optimus Prime had 10,000 parts in TF1, like individual bits that were like a Rubik's cube of things that had to come into a truck and a robot. And the things that Michael Bay has done for us, he's brought back this it was a dying franchise. There was not much happening, and I doubt we would have got series like TF Prime from if we hadn't had the live action series. Peter Cullen wouldn't have been doing the voice. He's come back and done all the voices for all 3 films, and he must be getting work. I mean, crap loads of work. So yeah, it's, you know, we need to thank Michael Bay a lot. Even if you like Transformers Prime and you don't like the film, like I said, it wouldn't have happened without the film. In my head, I think that's basically what the reason for it is. But onto the film, onto Dark of the Moon, finally. What can I say? Action. Fantastic. Number 10 by a mile. 10 out of 10. Number 10, 10 out of 10. Action was fantastic. The choreography that I do animation. I took it in college. I did a 2-year course on it. I know how complicated things are in animation, and even animating, like now I'm doing a fight scene with really simple parts. How the hell these guys did some of the choreography they put into even the fights and stuff was just amazing. And like I said, as an animator, I can't believe, I thank them for how much work they put into it, because they really did. They went up a bit. They went more further. They upped the level of the CGI. So and it was just cool to see old characters, Wheeljack, Q. I don't mind if he's called Q. It doesn't bother me. Dino, who was Mirage, but Dino's a whole new character. Dino is a whole new character to the film. Whole new character Michael Bay created. Doesn't have to be Mirage, so why moan about it being Mirage if it weren't? Wreckers, they were fantastic. And you know what I say to those people that think the twins are racist? And you might not like me for this, but you know, people moan at the twins for being racist in Revenge of the Fallen. Now, people say, oh, because they had a tooth, a gold tooth, they spoke really stupid, they portrayed this stupid image and stuff, and you know, I could moan at Jetfire. I could say Jetfire's racist. Jetfire's racist because he's being portrayed as this cranky old British guy with a long black beard, who's always swearing, you know, I could say, well, that's offensive to me. No, it's not. It's just a film. It's just, it gives the characters more personality, and you know, you got your wish if you didn't like the twins because they weren't in CF3. So, but when the Wreckers, everyone was stereotyping the Wreckers, baseball cap, sunglasses, they're NASCARs. They must be like the twins. They're going to be like this is it Alabama? I don't want to get into any trouble, but I think I can't remember where the place is, but I know the accent in my head, and people just go, oh, they're going to be offensive now because they're going to be that NASCAR sort of type. When they started talking Scottish and British, I was like, yes, take that. And you know, they did their role awesomely. They took on Shockwave. They were just like killing everything. They took on Shockwave with distraction. They was just killing spider bots and whatever they were in the background. You could see them just jumping off crap. And Bumblebee, awesome again. I genuinely thought he was going to die. Not many people did, but I thought because they killed off Ironhide, you never know. And people moan about that as well. I think that was a really key moment in Dark of the Moon. I like Ironhide, but I thought it was key that he did die, because then you were given this this idea that anyone could die. Anyone could die in this film. Even Optimus could. It would be, you don't expect it, but because a main character like Ironhide died, anyone could. So really good sort of. I mean, the betrayal by Sentinel. That I didn't listen to any spoilers. I didn't read in anything. That caught me by surprise, because when you see pictures like an Empire magazine of those two, wow, you think, Jesus, God, he shot Ironhide in the back. Oh, wow, and it caught me by surprise, that. So overall, my favourite film of 2010. 2010? That was 2 years ago. Damn. 2011. I've been rabbiting on for a long now. I recognise that, but when I talk about something that I like, I get really passionate about it, so I apologise for that, guys. But yeah, number 1, Transformers Dark of the Moon. We got number 5, Real Steel. Number 4, Battle of Los Angeles. Number 3, Captain America. Number 2, Thor. Only just missed out, but I don't, joint first, okay? Thor and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Films to look out for this year. If you don't know about these, where have you been? Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. That looks brilliant. Will Bane break Batman back? Who knows? We'll have to check. Will we be able to understand Bane is the big point. He talks like this. Yeah, that was Bane. And the Avengers, obviously, the Avengers. My 2 films I'm going to hype up this year. So come back soon, because I'm going to have I've got a ton of videos planned out for you guys, a load of videos, and should be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 films of 2011, and I hope I didn't bore you with all my rabbiting on. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.